Hi everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel. As you've seen from the title, we're going to talk about Fed or a real conspiracy to crush Bitcoin. Now what I'm going to show you is something that's actually it's quite old. It's been posted back on 30th of July, but it's just coming to light. Some of you may have seen it even back then, and maybe myself, but I don't recall. And obviously seeing this back then, you wouldn't even pay attention to it simply because it sounded way too crazy. It sounded like someone is spreading FUD, trying to obviously get people to sell their Bitcoins. But as we've seen what happened in the last few hours with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash went all the way up to about $2,500. Bitcoin dropped to $5,500. Now they have, kind of evened out. Bitcoin is almost back at $6,500, but Bitcoin Cash is still doing incredibly well, $1,428. So this thing that I'm about to show you and read for you, I saw it a few hours ago, but I wanted to do a bit more research. Obviously I want to see how things play out and then show it to you. So here it is. I don't know if it's a FUD, I don't know if it's a reality. Obviously after the fact, it's very easy to say, oh my god, look at it, it really did play out in a way like this, or is this just the beginning of the crushing of Bitcoin? Feel free to let me know what's your opinion down below in the comment section. So let's get to it. Now the first thing is right here. This was posted, as you can see, 30th of July. We don't know by who, and we don't know exactly why it was posted. Really, was it a warning? Was it a FUD? But here it is. Traders, certain information has come to my attention that is causing me grief, concern, and I feel it's my duty to warn each and every one of you. We all know that the scaling drama has caused a huge rift, resulting in Bitcoin forking into the soon to be called Bitcoin Cash. I know many have large holdings and savings into Bitcoin and are hodlers and will never sell. So when the selling starts, you may lose everything if you don't also sell. I mean, that's obviously true. They are hard believers. Even like myself, we could call ourselves maximalists, Bitcoin maximalists. We wouldn't sell at anything. Obviously, there are times where you would sell to make a little bit of money, but in general, you're holding to your Bitcoin, and it doesn't matter what happens. You are holding, and you don't care really. But it is something very interesting. Gentlemen, this is certainly not going to be gentlemen. Certain information has come to light from backroom channels, sources I cannot disclose. Even writing this post will probably reveal my source, but I feel by God's will I must warn you all. Selling is coming. Selling likes of which hasn't been seen since Mt. Gox era. Now if you're not familiar with Mt. Gox era, feel free to go and check it out. It's crazy. Lots of people lost a lot of money, and hopefully that's not gonna happen, but sometimes history does repeat, and unfortunately at this moment in time, Bitcoin obviously is worth so much money, Bitcoin Cash, and there are certain companies out there and players that really do control this. And despite the fact that we have decentralization, it feels like it is being controlled already. As I type this, battleships of Bitcoin are being shorted on all major exchanges. Gentlemen, the enemy, the big blockers have colluded and joined forces. The Chinese Jihan and Co have put together a plan to replace Bitcoin with Bitcoin Cash. Now Jihan, obviously this is Jihan Wu, the founder of Bitmain. He definitely has a lot of control. Go and see what happened with the D3 miner. Lots of sad people out there. The plan goes like this. Chinese miners F2 Pool and Pool etc. have organized with major exchanges via Huobi OKCoin to support and launch Bitcoin Cash. Initially, they will let everyone who wants to sell. Now, I remember when Bitcoin Cash, the fork happened, lots of people said, as soon as I get my Bitcoin Cash, I'm gonna sell. And I can guarantee you probably lots and lots of people did sell because they don't believe in Bitcoin Cash. I mean, every time I do make a video in regards to Bitcoin Cash, and even I've shown videos where I'm making money, people would say that I'm crazy and I'm stupid to even mentioning Bitcoin Cash, but here it is. Once the coin has bottomed out and everyone who wanted to sell has sold, they, Chinese miner, Jihan, Chinese exchanges will begin accumulating lots and lots of Bitcoin Cash. They will then begin to pump the price to around 0.1 BCC, BTC 10%. Now BCC, that's how it was called in some exchanges when it was created, but obviously it is BCH as we know it today, and don't obviously confuse it with BitConnect BCC. The big pools won't mine it. They will let the smaller pools see the returns from mining this expensive but low difficulty coin and start mining it. Later, the larger pools will join, and as we know, Jihan has a lot of hashing power. Their plan is for Bitcoin Cash to have more hashing power than Bitcoin. And let's be honest, once the Chinese move over, that's pretty much it, and that's a fact. Obviously, the biggest players when it comes to Bitcoin minings are down in China. They control everything. If they switch things, we remember as well a few weeks ago when South Korean miners turned into Bitcoin Cash, what happened. But back then it wasn't as a big scale, it was short-lived, and but you can go and check it again. It really drove the price of Bitcoin Cash going up. Now if we go right here, we can clearly see that in the last 24 hours Bitcoin hashing has dropped 28.68%, and in the meantime Bitcoin Cash has increased within almost 65%. So there you have it, a shift of the power. And although it is more profitable now to mine Bitcoin, because where it is, no, actually Bitcoin Cash is more profitable, it is dropping, because Bitcoin is only 1.3 US dollars per day, but Bitcoin Cash is 3.5. And it makes sense to switch. Obviously this only happened, the price right here, the profit, because of the high price of Bitcoin Cash currently we're having. So moving on further, later around this time the hard fork section of SegWit 2x is not going to happen. That is incredible. We all know the SegWit 2x just got cancelled in the last minute by 6 dudes on a letter, and within these names we had Jihan as well and few others. You can check this as well, and it's amazing. Obviously after the fact, reading this, it makes sense, and it could be reality what we're seeing here. It never was a Bitcoin Cash will then be seen as the original NY coin. At that point in time, Bitcoin Cash will be on all major Chinese exchanges, possibly some Western exchanges as well. Obviously at the time this person is writing in, he doesn't know which exchanges will support Bitcoin Cash and all this. Now we're seeing most of the exchanges already have implemented Bitcoin Cash. They're trading, they're buying and whatever. So of course, writing this even before the fork, you don't know exactly which, especially Western exchanges, as this person puts it, will adapt Bitcoin Cash and have majority hashing power. Western companies and other merchant providers, BitPay. And what's funny again, when we see BitPay, when we go to, this is Jihan Wu, by the way, Twitter page. Here is the guy, the Bitmain founder, and he does post in, things in regards to Bitcoin Cash right here. BCH community needs to learn a hard lesson. Be friend with other competing coins, learn from them and make BCH better. Don't play hatred, don't wish competing coins ill, just wish and try to make BCH better. So there you have it. And there's a lot more, you can go and read it for yourself. But what is interesting is right here, and he's very vocal in regards to Bitcoin Cash. It is very interesting to see that. We can see right here. So for instance, world first Bitcoin Cash future contract are coming to OKX. This is very interesting. Bitcoin Cash, BitPay CEO Stephen Pair hints at possible future integration. This was posted on October 27. We do listen to our customers, and for quite some time their #1 complaint has been the high fees and slow confirmation times. We really don't like to pre-announce things at all. BitPay CEO. So obviously we all know Bitcoin transaction time, it is a bit high, and obviously the fees is a bit higher and BCH are lower. So there you have it. But if we go back to the letter, it does sound amazing. Here it is, BitPay. Paid off by Bitmain, paid off by Bitmain. So Jihan Wu is posting all these things on his Twitter page, and he is the founder of Bitmain. Will go along with the new Bitcoin Cash narrative and will push for the Bitcoin Cash to be called Bitcoin on all their platforms, leaving only Coinbase, etc, all which will then be the odd ones out. Now I've made a video in regards to Bitcoin yesterday, Classic, Bitcoin Classic, and the person, the founder, Tom Zender, talking about that he wouldn't be surprised in 6 months, because Bitcoin Classic also closed doors after the SegWit 2x was dropped, and he feels like he's also pushing towards the Bitcoin Cash, because he did say he wouldn't be surprised if in 6 months we see Bitcoin Cash drops the cash and it's called Bitcoin. Wow. Now comes the scary part. The old Bitcoin, the Bitcoin we know and love, is going to get destroyed. What determines a coin success? It's a market cap. big old school blockers and miners are going to dump Bitcoin back to the bottom. They will take literally billions and billions of dollars out of Bitcoin. They will use the money to fund the marketing and development of or Bitcoin Cash. Think Bitcoin Core fired. Think Forbes article, why Bitcoin miners and companies are moving to Bitcoin Cash. Think why the market is choosing Bitcoin Cash as Bitcoin, not Bitcoin Core. They will say the market has spoken, that people have voted with their money. And if we come back real quickly here, people have been asking their #1 complaint, so kind of like people are wanting it right now. Massive huge shorts are being built already on Phoenix. Shorts are 32k, not seen since 200. These kinds of numbers of shorts, and it's climbing all the time, constantly. They have a lot of coins to short. The most painful kind of selling is where it never bounces, and if you remember Mt. Gox from $1,000 to $70, and that really did happen. If you go back and search the history of Mt. Gox, if you are not familiar already with it, you remember what no bounces feels like, and I can tell you this won't be any better. Good luck all. Remember, fair warning. Below is a graph. I guess it's a graph. I also have some Slack and Telegram logs. I will sort them out later when I get back. I just want to confirm what I can safely disclose first for my own protection. So there you have it, guys. It's unbelievable what we just read, obviously attaching it with things that has happened in the last few hours with Jihan Wu, you know, Twitter pages and Twitter posts, and you know, BitPay and OKX and other exchanges. It's just crazy. And obviously we can see lots of his posts are in regards to Bitcoin Cash. He's not even mentioning Bitcoin in here. I mean, he barely talks anything about Bitcoin. Almost everything is in regards to Bitcoin Cash. And again, we must not forget, this is a powerful guy. Here it is. He is the founder of Bitmain, and he was one of the persons, 6 dudes on the letter that cancelled SegWit2x. And on this post right here, the person wrote the SegWit2x will never happen, it will be cancelled. And maybe that was the plan to begin with, force people to buy Bitcoin at any price, because people want to get Bitcoin SegWit2x for free. There was a push of the price. Remember, as the SegWit2x was approaching, we were looking at prices of 1,500, 1,700. Obviously this was, I mean, I even said then, how can you put a price tag on this? And I said, if SegWit2x was to happen, I don't see the price being more than $100. And people said I'm crazy and all this, because obviously it was already trading, but that wasn't a trade. That was just some speculation on HitBTC and few other exchanges of 1,700, 1,800. Now, remember guys, when you're seeing a price like this, you would not sell your Bitcoin. In fact, you're probably gonna go and buy Bitcoin. It doesn't matter the price. And we saw what happened. Just like this, SegWit2x got cancelled, and now we're experiencing this. And in the meantime, you can clearly see right here the unconfirmed transaction for Bitcoin just keep rising and rising. Early on I made a video in regards to this, 162,000. Now we're 169, close to 170,000. And once again, what can I tell you guys? What do you think? That's it. That's all I wanted to say. You can clearly see what we're seeing developing in front of our eyes. Could be the beginning of what we just read. And it is scary. It is scary, but let's not give up. Hopefully, again, that's why I said further reality, because we don't want to spread further and people start selling their Bitcoin, because if people do that, this will definitely push their price down. Even it will push Bitcoin price further down, and you don't want afterwards to see the other thing, because I can guarantee one thing. I'm seeing already a lot of people considering swapping their Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash, because the price is down to 1,492 now. People think, okay, can it go back to 2,500 in the next 24 hours? Should I sell my Bitcoin? Because if it jumps another 1,000 in the next 24 hours, I'll then, you know, buy back. It's a scary thing. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, but most importantly, please share with me and everybody else down below in the comment section. What do you think? How do you see things play out? Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the channel, feel free to subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.